Today we are checking out the LIFX Beam, another great smart light that works with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, as well as Apple's HomeKit. What's going on, everyone? It is Andrew here from AppleInsider, and today we are checking out a HomeKit light, but it is not like most of the bulbs or even the tiles that you put on the wall. This is a little bit different. This is the first and only kind of bar that works with HomeKit that we've seen. This is actually the LIFX Beam, as you can see kind of remotely on camera. The LIFX Beam, so it is different because instead of having large square or triangular tiled or even light bulbs that go into existing sockets, the LIFX Beam is actually rectangular bars. It's basically just a long light strip that's hard instead of flexible. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it, and there's a few things included in the basic kit. So we're going to install this, we're going to play around with it. What I really like about this is not only does it work with HomeKit, it works with a lot of the other assistants as well, but with HomeKit even, you can have different parts of the beam being different colors. So that's something that we usually see with LIFX products. They do with their tiles and a few others. Even Nanoleaf does it with their own smart tiles. But it is a really nice thing to see because usually HomeKit limits you just to one color, just one thing, that's it. But the LIFX app is particularly awesome. I really like it and some of the cool effects that you can do. I love that different parts of the beam can be different colors, can create really cool lighting effects that way. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna install it, we're gonna walk through everything. Let's check out the LIFX Beam, one of our coolest, most favorite smart lights to hit the market. Like I said, the LIFX Beam is a really cool smart light, and it fits into a lot more homes than the bulky tiles, and works with pretty much every smart assistant and smart home platform under the sun. Inside of the box, at least in our starter kit, we get 6 different beams. All these can be connected together in whatever shape that we'd like. Now, you are somewhat limited with shapes as far as beams go because they only have one connection on either end, but you can just make long straight lines or put a curve in the middle. Aside from the actual beams, you have the normal getting started guide, which has your HomeKit pairing code, the power adapter, the wall adapter, the place adapter based on where you are locally, and the corner piece. So the beams really are just a long shell of plastic with an LED light strip in the middle. On the back are 2 command strips that use the hook and loop Velcro based adhesives. So these are really nice to put on the wall, a lot easier to put on and remove if you ever need to. On each end of the beam, they either have a female or male connector, and you can see here these stick out a little bit, and the other side are recessed just slightly. So when the beams go next to each other, they will magnetically connect and the pins will form a connection, lighting up the rest of the light strips. There are only a couple magnets in the top here where this plain surface is. There are no magnets there, probably because they would show through from the LEDs, but it does make it a little bit odd when connecting, and sometimes we had a problem getting them to connect just perfectly. They'd kind of sit wonky before they would mesh, and that causes to not have a good connection and lights not to appear. But once we did connect them correctly, then everything was just perfect. We really like this corner piece that's included because not only can you use it just as another piece straight away, it'll act as that corner, and it lights up. There are actual LEDs in here as well, so it creates a more uniform lightscape, and it doesn't just have a boring corner missing out. The corner lights up as well and blends into the rest of the beam. We're not even going to try to go through all the different scenarios and ways you can mount the beam in different locations, but in this quick circumstance, we mounted it behind our dresser. Here you can create a bunch of different automation tasks or have it turn on with the rest of the lights in the room. We have our Eve flare there on the wall, and we have other LIFX and hue bulbs throughout the room that all get controlled together. As you can see, the LIFX Beam also is able to create multiple colors in different sections of the beam, which can have really neat effects, especially if you use something to tie it to music or any of the other effects that are in the LIFX app. It does get very bright as well, though there is one thing that's a little bit wonky. When using the color selector, the temperatures of white in the Home app, it gets far too blue and far too yellow using those. So it's best to kind of pre-program them or do them in the LIFX app. Now, instead of just hiding it, the beam also looks great out and in the open. That's one of the big advantages to this over an actual light strip that's flexible, because a light strip just is going to look weird stuck on the side of your wall, where the LIFX beam is going to look very nice as that light is diffused well from the actual plastic of the beam. The LIFX app, again, has a ton of different effects in here. You can synchronize it to music, you can turn on these pastels that kind of move around, animating colors, cycling through colors, having it flicker somewhat like a lamp or a candle, have a strobe effect. There's a bunch of different ones in here. Aside from the different effects you can do, there are different scenescapes that they already plan out for you. And here is that daily cycle where it'll basically turn on in the morning, slowly, warm in the morning, cooler throughout the day, then again it gets warmer in the evening. And you can set each of these, what time you want them to occur, what temperature you want that light to be, all very customizable. Here we are in the HomeKit app. It works just like any other HomeKit light, though it is important to note that when using HomeKit in the Home app, you have to do everything as one solid color. It's only within the LIFX app that you can choose multiple colors for the beam's different sections. So if you want to go different sections, you can use any of these created themes that LIFX has for you, or you can create your own. So through HomeKit's app, you have to choose one color. Through the LIFX app, you can choose multiple, or if you create a scene through the LIFX app, it can be pre-programmed, and every time you invoke that scene, those multiple colors will appear. Whether you're in HomeKit or Beam, you can adjust the brightness, all of those. The temperature control in the LIFX app we really like. It's very nice, simple, and it's a little bit more accurate and gives you the actual temperature of the light that you're looking at. And in the HomeKit app, you can obviously tie everything into all of your other HomeKit lights, create more automations, trigger this by motion, whatever you want to do. If you have the place for it, the LIFX Beam is a great addition to your smart home. So what do you guys think? That is our review of the LIFX Beam. It really is a kind of cool smart light. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with it. I love that it has those Velcro adhesives on the back. Works a lot better than the straight up adhesives that we saw with the Nano Leaf setup. The Nano Leaf setup is great. I love the canvas in our studio, but I really like those Velcro options. It's a really nice way to be able to remove this and apply it in different ways without having to remove all the strips on the back of the actual beam as well as the wall. Plus, the app is excellent. I love the different lighting solutions. It's a really cool effect in the living room, just as kind of ambiance lighting. Just in the morning, it kind of warms up and then gets cooler and warmer again into the evening. So just a kind of a cool sunrise sunset effect that works living rooms, bedrooms, stuff like that. So there's a lot of things you can do with it. HomeKit implementation is excellent, very responsive, Wi-Fi based light. A lot to love about the LIFX Beam. So if you want to pick one up, you can find one at the link below in the description, and I want to hear your thoughts. Throw them in the comments down below, or reach out to me on Twitter directly at Andrew_OSU. Hey everyone, did you guys like that video? Be sure to click on that like button so we can create content that we know that you guys want to see. And follow AppleInsider on all social media channels. If you want the best prices on any Apple gear, check out the AppleInsider price guide that is updated daily. And until next time, we'll see you later.